Every year, millions of devotees take a 41-day vrata. They give up food, comfort, even their families. They wear black clothes, stop shaving and walk through thick forest barefoot. Why do they have to go through all this? Today, we are breaking down the complete Sabrimala story, how Ayyappa was born, the conspiracy in the palace and why this yatra has such strict rules. To understand these rules, we need to go back to the very beginning, to the moment when heaven itself was under attack and the gods had no way to stop it. A Rakshasi named Mahishi had lost her brother to goddess Durga. She wanted revenge. She did hard tapasya to please Brahma, and when he appeared, she asked for a smart boon. She said she could only be killed by a son born from Shiva and Vishnu. Since both were male gods, she thought she had made herself safe from death. But she didn't know something. Vishnu had once taken a female form called Mohini during the churning of Kshetrasagara when Devas and Asuras were fighting over Amrita. Vishnu became this beautiful woman, tricked the Asuras and took away the Amrita. Years later, Shiva asked to see this form again, so Vishnu appeared as Mohini. Shiva fell in love with her and from that union a child was born. His name was Ayyappa, also called as Harihara Putra, which means the son of Hari and Hara, Vishnu and Shiva. Meanwhile, Mahishi was destroying heaven. She had thrown out all the Devas, taken over Indra's throne and made herself the ruler. No one could stop her because of her boon, so the Devas could only wait for the prophecy to become true. After Ayyappa was born, Shiva and Vishnu left him on the banks of Pampa river in Kerala. King Rajashekar of Pandalam had been childless for many years. One day while hunting in the forest, he heard a baby crying. He followed the sound and found a beautiful child with a golden bell around his neck. A rishi appeared and told him what to do. Take this child as your own. When he turns 12, you'll understand who he really is. So the king named the boy Manikandan, meaning the one with a bell around his neck, and raised him as his own son. As Manikandan grew up, he started showing powers beyond normal humans. He learned martial arts in no time, knew all the Shastras without anyone teaching him, and once he even healed his guru's blind and mute son as a gift. The queen gave birth to a son named Rajarajan. But the king still wanted to make Manikandan the next king because he had found him first and because the boy was clearly divine. The king's minister had different plans though. The Divan wanted to become the king himself, so he went to the queen and filled her mind with bad thoughts. Your own son should become king, not this adopted child. The queen agreed and together they started planning to remove Manikandan. First, they tried putting poison in his food. He survived, but his body had wounds that no Vaidya could heal. Then Shiva himself came down dressed as a healer and saved him. So the conspirators came up with a final plan. The queen acted like she was very sick, holding her head, holding her stomach, as if she was in great pain. The Divan's helper, a fake Vaidya, checked her and gave her diagnosis. She can only be cured by milk from a tigress who just had cubs. Everyone knew this was impossible. Either Manikandan would die trying or he would come back empty-handed and face shame. The king announced a reward, half his kingdom, to anyone who could bring the tigress milk. When the soldiers came back with nothing, Manikandan volunteered. The king tried hard to stop him. You're too young, your coronation is about to happen. But Manikandan insisted, saying he had to go alone because a group would scare the tigress away. Deep in the forest, Manikandan came face to face with Mahishi. This was his destined moment. The battle happened on the banks of the Azuta river. Manikandan grabbed her by the horns and hit her with great force. With the combined power of Shiva and Vishnu flowing through him, Mahishi died. And when she died, she transformed into a beautiful woman. In her previous life, she had been Leela, a rishi's daughter who got cursed to become a demon. Leela wanted to marry Ayyappa, but Ayyappa said no. I am a brahmachari. He had taken a vrata of brahmacharya. He asked her to stay near his temple, and her temple became known as Malikapura Dhamma, about 100 meters from the main Ayyappa temple. Ayyappa made her a promise. I'll marry you when no first-time pilgrim comes to Shabarimala. So every year after the yatra season ends, she comes to check if any Kanni Ayyappas arrived. They always do, so she waits another year. After defeating Mahishi, Manikandan still had one task, to go back to his father. Indra, the king of Devas, dressed himself as a tiger. Manikandan rode back to Pandalam on this tiger's back, while the male Devas became tigers and the female Devas became tigresses. Look at the scene. The boy everyone thought would die was now coming back, riding on a tiger and leading a pack of them. The people panicked. Then the rishi from the forest appeared again and revealed Manikandan's true identity right there in front of everyone. The king stood quietly as the truth hit him. The queen and the divan realized their terrible mistake. Manikandan told his father he could get milk from the tigresses to heal the queen, but by now everyone knew the truth. The king wanted to punish the divan badly, but Manikandan stopped him, explaining that everything had happened according to God's plan. Then he announced that his work on earth was now complete. The king's heart was breaking. He asked for just one wish, to see his son again. Manikandan granted it. You can visit me once a year at my forest home. Then Manikandan took out an arrow and shot it high into the sky. Where this arrow falls, build my temple. The arrow landed at a place called Sabari, where long ago during Rama's time, a female rishi named Sabari had done tapasya. The hill became known as Sabarimala, Sabari's hill. Following Rishi Agastya's advice, the king built the foundation for the temple. Rishi Parashurama made the idol and placed it on Makar Sankranti. Even today, someone from the Pandalam royal family makes a difficult 3-day journey, walking 90 kilometers while carrying the Thiruvabaranam to decorate Ayyappa. This tradition represents a father's yearly journey to see his son, exactly as Ayyappa had promised. Before leaving, Ayyappa set the rules himself for receiving his darshan. I'll give darshan only to those who follow 41 days of strict upavas and prayers. This time is called the Mandala Kalam, the 41-day Vratam. But why exactly 41 days? Ancient wisdom tells us it takes about 40 days for your body and mind to truly accept any change. All your cells need that time to adjust to a new pattern. When you practice something without a break for 41 days, it becomes fixed in your whole system. There's another important reason. The Vratam starts in mid-November when the sun reaches its farthest point in the south called Dakshinayana. This is when Shani's power is the strongest. According to tradition, Ayyappa designed this 41-day period to protect devotees from Shani's bad effects. But the real goal is complete self-transformation. The Vratam starts when you wear the mala, the sacred chain with Ayyappa's picture. A Guru Swami puts it on you, someone who's completed at least 18 Shabrimala Yatras. Once you wear the mala, the rules start immediately. Complete brahmacharya, no physical relations at all. Only sattvic vegetarian food. No meat, no eggs, no alcohol. Many people avoid even onion and garlic. You can only eat fresh food cooked after bathing. You wear only black, blue or saffron clothes throughout these 41 days. Black prevents letting go of marital things. Blue connects you directly to Ayyappa himself, who is described as Neela Megha Shyamala, dark blue like a rain cloud. You walk barefoot everywhere during this time. You can't cut your hair, shave your face or trim your nails during these 41 days. You sleep on the floor without a pillow, can't sleep during daytime and bathe twice daily in cold water, once during Brahma Muhurta before sunrise and once after the sunset. You do puja twice every day and chant Swamiye Sharanam Ayyappa at least 108 times. This sadhana continues without any break for all 41 days. The most important thing in this whole yatra is a Irumudi Kettu. This is a two-part bundle you carry on your head. Iru means two. Mudi means bundle. The Munmudi, the front part, is for Ayyappa. It holds all your offerings and stays sealed until you reach Shabarimala. Inside that front part is a Nei Tenga, the coconut filled with ghee. This is a main offering and the preparation has to be exact. You take one ripe coconut and clean it completely until it's smooth. This represents removing physical dirt. Then you make a small hole and pour out all the sweet coconut water. This pouring out symbolizes how you empty yourself of all worldly wants and desires. After that, you fill the empty coconut completely with pure ghee and seal it with wax. The meaning is clear. The coconut is your body. The pouring out is your purification. The ghee filling is your Atma, now pure and ready to surrender to the divine. When you finally reach Shabarimala, you break open this coconut. The ghee is poured on Ayyappa in a ritual called Neyabhishekam. The empty shell goes into the sacred fire, the Homa Kunda. The message is clear. Your physical body will die one day, but your purified Atma joins forever with the Paramatma. Only devotees carrying the Irumudi can climb the 18 sacred steps to the temple. These steps, the Padinettam Padi, represent your spiritual growth. The first 5 are your Panchendriyas, your 5 senses. The next 8 are emotions like Krodha, Kama and Lobha. The next 3 are the 3 gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. The last 2 are Vidya and Avidya. You climb these steps while keeping perfect control over yourself. Each step represents letting go of one more worldly attachment. So this is what Shabarimala truly is. Not just a temple on a hill, but a complete spiritual system that Ayyappa himself designed. These 41 days aren't picked randomly. They represent a carefully planned transformation. The rules aren't there to restrict you. They are tools designed to change you. That coconut you carry on your head represents your whole being, cleaned, emptied and refilled with something pure, ready to offer your best self to the divine. Millions of devotees complete this journey every year. They walk barefoot through thick forests, follow strict fast and transform themselves completely. All because Ayyappa showed them exactly how to do it. If this helped you understand the complete story, hit subscribe. We break down temple traditions with zero extra talk. Swamiye Sharanam Ayyappa.